I started to feel things were a bit odd. This is in May of this year. It was 6 or 7 months ago. I had a tremor on that thumb. When I was resting my hand, the thumb would shake. Friends looked at me, and a lot of them didn't say anything, but then one or two said, "You need to go to the doctor." Ridiculous, I said. Why? Why go to a doctor because of my thumb shaking? So I ignored them. Then gradually over the next few months it got worse. Now my whole arm shakes. When it's resting, I can still do things, I can still pick things up, I can turn things on, I can even hold my hand out, and there's no tremor. If I leave it at rest, within seconds, my arm is shaking uncontrollably right up and part of my main torso. So I go to the doctor. Yes, it looks like Parkinson's. And then she didn't really say a lot. She asked me, had I had anything strange happening? Well, yes. I put it down to alcohol. No, I started seeing people that weren't there. Not like in the film, I see dead people. No, they weren't dead. They were the far side of the road where I sit in the park. It overlooks the road and then a footpath. And I'd see somebody stood just looking at me. And I'd wave, and then I'd turn away for a second and turn back, and they weren't there. They'd gone. I thought, that's strange that somebody's taking the mickey, somebody's playing a joke. So I'd walk across the road and look behind the trees and behind the cars, and there wasn't anybody there. And this happened a few times over the next few weeks. Still happens, but I don't go looking for them anymore. I know they're not there. It's not scary. I heard of somebody who saw people walking through walls. Well, I just see people stood, not doing any harm, just stood looking at me, but they're not there. Then another funny thing is I fell out of bed a few times. I've not fallen out of bed since I was a baby. Now I dream, and I've been told it's you are acting your dream when you're asleep. So I punch and I kick, I roll over, I shout, I talk, or my neighbours say I shout. And the doctor said, well, it looks like Parkinson's. Now that's 2 or 3 months ago. Now they sent me for blood tests first of all, and then I had to see the nurse for cardio thing when they stick things all over your body, and then I had to have a that's another thing goes remembering. I had to see a specialist in motor movements, and of course I've developed a shuffle now when I walk. My hand shakes when it's at rest. When I'm walking, one arm swinging quite merrily and the other arm's laid limp at my side, shaking. Great. If I carry a walking stick and use it, then nobody can see it shaking. Anyway, I had to see this specialist who made me walk up and down. Then 4 days later I had to have a brain scan. But seemingly this part of the brain at the back, and that basically dies. It stops producing dopamine. Dopamine is what controls your movements, like, you know, and controlling your muscles. I didn't know there was muscles when you went to the loo, so you get constipated because the muscles aren't working. muscles that control your bladder. Ah, 5 or 6 times a night I have to go for a pee. And I have to go. I can't think, oh, I'll go in half an hour's time. I've got to get out of bed and go. Feeling dizzy, feeling confused. One funny thing that happened to me is I got lost shopping in the supermarket, the local supermarket, Mercadona. I go in, couldn't find my way out. I wandered around Mercadona, cursing, thinking people have changed all the shelves round. Of course they hadn't. And I saw somebody I knew, so I thought, oh, I left me basket of things. I'm not bothering with them. Well, I followed this woman around the supermarket until she got to a checkout, and then I scarfed it. But another time I got lost in the street. I write. Most people who know me know that I write poetry and things. It's becoming more difficult to write. I sort of, nothing fits. My memory for words is going. I can't. I'm there thinking, now what's that word? I need it for a line of poetry. So I go off thinking, what's that line, that word, and somewhere it's on the tip of my tongue. Eventually it comes, but then I forget it again before I can get back to write it down. Most of my friends know there's something wrong. I tend to it happens even when I don't want it to. You lose the thread of thought. You can't. Things don't connect. Anyway, in March, I have to see a neurologist. He's going to probe around to see if we can find a brain in there. I think it's for the cognitive side of it. It's how they've done the motor symptoms, movement and shaking and things. Then the neurologist will be asking about the non-visible things that happen. The visible things are nothing compared to the mental things. So we'll see what happens in March. So it's been pretty good. I mean, actually, I'm living in Spain. I'm English. My Spanish language is appalling. So actually, they've done really well between the medics trying to talk to me in Spanish and me trying to talk in Spanish. It's been quite funny. But eventually they'll get there. I've looked up things about Parkinson's, and it's a degenerative, progressive disease that they can't cure. But I just made the best of it, don't you, in the end. Anyway, I will see you again sometime, give you progress report. I'll probably be mumbling about things. So thanks for listening to this video. We'll see you again. Bye.